Hey, Dwight Clow here. I want to talk for just a moment or two about getting real. In another video I talk about Jesus speaks about if your hand causes you to sin, to cut it off, and I explain that he's not really talking about cutting off our hands. He's talking about getting serious about the things that cause us to sin. And in order to experience inner wealth, we really need to get real with ourselves. We need to get serious about the things that cause us to sin. And what does it mean to get real? Well, I tell you what it doesn't mean. It doesn't mean to straighten up. I tried for many years to straighten up, and honestly, it just doesn't work. We don't have the ability to straighten up enough to get ourselves straightened out. It doesn't mean to try harder. I know that is something that's how I understood my faith for many years. Just try harder. Are you tempted with lust? Well, try harder. Are you tempted with anger? Just try harder. Are you tempted with fear? Well, try harder. Do you not feel like reading your Bible or going to church or whatever? Just try harder. Well, I've learned the hard way that trying harder does not work. God will allow us to keep on trying harder until finally, a week later, a year later, 10 years later, 30 years later, we finally figure out that trying harder doesn't work. And then we have room for God's grace. So what does it mean to get real? It means to be honest with ourselves, to look deep inside at ourselves and about what it is that's causing us to want to do things that are contrary to God's plan for our lives, or contrary to God's will. And lots of times those things that are causing us to want to go in a different direction are connected to inner pain, pain from the past. And we have to get real by looking at the stuff that's really going on there, so that Jesus can do the surgery in our hearts that only He can do. So in order to experience inner wealth, it is just so important that we get real with ourselves. That's the first step, and maybe the most important step to experiencing inner wealth. Anyway, hope this thought is helpful to you. Have a super day.